2018 question 5, we want to work out the value of 3p minus 4t squared when p equals 6 and t equals 5. So we can replace this p value with 6 and this t value with 5. So that means we're going to get 3 times 6 minus 4 times 5 to be squared. Now 3 6s are 18. Now when you've got minus 4 times 5 to be squared, you always deal with powers before you do multiplication or division. So 5 squared is 100. 5 squared is 25. When you multiply that with the minus 4, that's going to give minus 100. So this gives 18 minus 100, which is minus 82. Now, if you put that into your calculator exactly like that, your calculator will give you minus 82. Part B then, we want to multiply out and simplify. So this is called a linear expression. The highest power of x is 1. And this is called a quadratic expression. The highest power of x is x squared. When you multiply a linear by a quadratic, this is going to give a cubic expression. So we're going to multiply these 2 terms by these 3 terms, and that's going to give 6 terms first of all. So we start off multiplying the 2x by the 4. And 2x by 4 gives 8x. Next of all, we multiply the 2x with the minus 5x, and that gives minus 10x squared. Next of all, we multiply 2x with the x squared, and that gives 2x cubed. Then we multiply minus 3 with the minus 4 with the plus 4, and that gives a minus 12. Next of all, we multiply the minus 3 with the minus 5x, and that gives plus 15x. And finally then we multiply minus 3 with the plus x squared, and that gives minus 3x squared. So we only have one term with an x cubed in it, so we're going to have a 2x cubed. Now with the x squared, we've got minus 10x squared, minus 3x squared. They will give minus 13x squared. We have a plus 8x and a plus 15x. They add together to give plus 23x. And we still have a minus 12 as well at the end. So this works out then as 2x cubed minus 13x squared plus 23x minus 12. In part C, we want to factorise fully 10de minus df minus 5ef plus 2d squared. Now with the first 2 terms we could factorise out a d. However, the last 2 terms, these don't have anything in common. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rearrange this expression. We're going to start off with 10de, and then we're going to follow that with a minus 5ef. Okay, and then we've got the plus 2d squared, so the minus df, then we're going to move that to the end. So we just rearranged these 4 terms. Now with the first 2 terms, we can factorise out a 5e. And with the last 2 terms, we can take out a d. Now if we take out a 5e out of the first 2 terms, we're going to be left with 2d minus f. If we take out d out of the last 2 terms, we're going to be left with 2d minus f. So we reduced it from 4 terms down to 2 terms. Now in these 2 terms, 2d minus f is common to both of these, and if we factorise 2d minus f out in front, we're going to be still left with 5e plus d.